Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Grading the Market, part of the Sweep the League TV network. He is Anthony. Make sure you give him a follow at Giant Dad 21. I am Jacob Eric. Make sure you give me a follow at Jacob Eric C. And hey, man, before we get started, real quick, I want to give a shout out to CPS. This doesn't have anything to do with the hobby or anything like that. But yeah, what was it? Yesterday, I guess they were doing some random. I didn't even know that they do this, but they were like random checks, I guess, like on neighborhoods and stuff like that. And they happened to be in my mom's neighborhood, and they were just doing like gas checks. And turned out, man, my mother at her house, she had a huge gas leak that they were
Oh,
able to
that's
detect.
scary, dude.
Yeah, that's scary because any little thing can make that thing go off, man. And man, I saw like the actual like the video from when
Mhm,
the worker like showed up,
mhm, mhm,
to
mhm.
the house, and you can hear he had his meter on the porch, and it's like, I mean, that thing is like going off crazy, bro. So, yeah, they were able to get it turned off and make everything safe and stuff like that. So, yeah, once again, I just wanted to say quick shout out to CPS, man, right there.
Damn.
I'll try to get
Yeah.
my payment on time and stuff like that this month.
Good looking out.
Good looking out, man. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, man?
Oh, good man. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Spent spent a day at the amusement park at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Um, uh, with the wife and kids, and it's I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm just like getting up there in age, right? But you think you're going to an amusement park, it's fun, right? And the expectation is that everyone's going to have a good time, right?
Hmm.
Until you get there and you find out that only one person rides roller coasters, right? Or that wants to, right? Um, the wife doesn't do it. The youngest, she'll do some, but it's like, um, it's, I don't know. She's at the age where she's like too cool for like Sesame Street, but those are kind of rides that she'll do, but she won't do them. And she's too scared of the big ones, right? So she's not doing roller coasters. And then my middle daughter, she's talking about she wants to become like a roller coaster tester. Like what? That's how much she loves them, right? And then I'll do them. I don't find the fun in them. I don't find the joy. I don't find the excitement, right? I just get on there and I just scream. Whatever that means. Not screaming in fun or like yay, right? Is just screaming because I want to get off. Right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, so that became the entire day. It was just who's gonna get on, and then she doesn't want to get on by herself. It was just I don't want to get into it, but it just became like the huge sort of debacle.
Yeah, he said this in the house. He says, "Story of my life, man. I got a SeaWorld pass with my wife and kiddo, but they won't get on anything. No water slides, absolutely no roller coasters. I love coasters, man. Yeah. You know what? I haven't been on a roller coaster in a long, long time. And sometimes I think about it like, would I get on one to this, today? Because man, as we get older, bro, I could feel it like on our bodies, man. Like when I wake up in the morning, and like the first thing that I do is just like pop my back, and like everything's just popping and stuff like that. So if I get like on a roller coaster, I kind of wonder if I'm gonna be like hurting myself or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
yeah.
And for those of y'all who know, man, over here at like Fiesta, Texas, let's say we have like the Rattler. That thing already had stories like when it launched off with like people had to be helped off and stuff like
Hmm.
that, and
Hmm.
slam their faces and hurt their backs and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
really wonder.
This I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know if this is gonna come up. Can you guys see that?
yeah.
All right. So that's one guy, right? Let me. Hopefully, I'm sliding the right way. So that's one guy. That's how most people enjoy it. This is my experience.
That's awesome, dude.
I do it right just because I feel bad for the kid. You don't want her to be there and not have fun. But oh my god, man, this is
Yeah. All right, man. Jumping on into the hobby. You know who we're here grading the market. We love talking cards and everything that has to do with the hobby and stuff like that. So, man, last week was the draft. Spurs got their Dylan Harper
Yeah.
first round, and
Hmm.
being that we had the draft, this is courtesy of Jeff Garcia. Make sure you give him a follow at Jeff G Spurs Zone. He had nice little article out that now that the draft is over, here come those top now cards, man. So those of y'all who want to go uh, chasing down Dylan Harper's auto 1 of 1, I believe he inscribed its second overall pick on that one and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting.
That's a 1-on-1.
Yeah, that's the 1 of 1 where he put second overall pick, man. Once again,
Yeah.
courtesy of Jeff Garcia. Make sure you give him a follow at Jeff G Spurs Zone. And that same article, man, he also had at Wemby was over at Fanatics Fest, walking around and stuff like that. He had himself a nice little pickup. He got a Mark Hamill Star Wars card for most of y'all have seen it. If you're in the hobby, you've seen what's I guess is commonly referred to as the Luke Skywalker rookie card, where he's in his little trooper uh, outfit. Yeah, he ended up picking it up for like 2,500 and stuff like that. I believe the dealer originally wanted like $3,000. They were able to make a deal.
It's funny to see like these millionaire athletes are like, let me get a couple dollars off.
That's funny. I would have came back at him. $3,000 win me. That's it. And he was like, "No, that's too high, man. 3,500 just went up. Move it along." Out of here, man. We know what you make.
Don't play with me, Wemby.
Yeah, we know what you make, man. You know what? It just went up to 10. Get out of here.
And you owe me an autograph.
Yeah, you owe me an auto. Get out of here. No, man, that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the article, Jeff mentions that those cards are out. You can go ahead and go to the Topps website. If you're interested in one. I did mention the other day when Sid that was testing out his equipment. I did mention that those cards are usually only on sale for a certain amount of time. And when I went to go check on the website, that sale actually ends later on today. So if you really want one, man, you better hurry up and go out there and get one. And actually, Sid also had a question. He brought up if what are the chances of Dylan Harper and a Carter Bryant dual card, coming out in there. Carter Bryant, sorry, Spurs second round pick and stuff like that. I told him there was a really good chance. When I was looking around on that website, I actually came across a Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey dual card. You know what I mean? Yeah. Teammates and stuff like that. So, and those did come autoed as well. So I didn't see the Carter, but saw Ace Bailey.
Hey, so I watched the show, right, and I saw where the conversation led to, right, in regards to Dylan Harper and draft night and his family. And who would have to, it'd be nice to have a 1-on-1 of. Yeah, she stole the show, right?
She is smoking. Wow. Right this way, Miss Harper. Dylan, go play with the team. They're over there. Yeah, really.
Yeah, but I do think that I think the Spurs got themselves one. Don't get me wrong. I think that the youth, the NBA youth, right, the kids with talent. I think that they're coming up just showcasing talent, showcasing physical ability. And that's cool and that's awesome, right? But unless you're gonna be like a dominator, right? Unless you're gonna be the one that's gonna come on the court and take over a game and be the most dominant player on the court every single night. I'm talking about like your Jordans, your Anthony Edwards, your Kobe's, right? Unless you can be that guy, right? Then you need to learn how to play team basketball and then take advantage of your skills then, right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we'll see. But so when I look at it from that perspective, I just see Harper as a better player, as the best player
That's
on the
cool.
court. But you don't. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's cool. Speaking of the draft, man, did you take it in or did you like skip it? I know the Knicks didn't have a first rounder. Did they even have a second rounder?
They got a second rounder that ended up getting drafted. I mean, they picked him up and they traded him away. You know how they do in the draft. You can't trade picks. You got to trade the player.
Yeah.
So they picked up a guy and they picked up a guy named Muhammad. I can't remember his last name. All I know from him is he's got some hops.
Yeah.
He had like this like trending video where he was like, hey, if you can't find a girl to kiss you, kiss the rim. And he's doing this from from a gym basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed his hops. This dude jumped up and kissed the rim.
It's crazy how they do that. So can you imagine with arm fully extended? Then can you imagine, dude, just somebody coming down on you like that? I'd walk out the gym, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's like some like Sean Kemp stuff.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Elias jumps in again. He says, next episode of Pleading the Sith is Tuesday with Chris Leha, part 2, live on this channel. Yeah, make sure you give Elias a follow, man, or go ahead and subscribe to Sweep the League. As long as you click that subscription button, and you'll never get left behind, like Rudy likes to say, stuff like that. Yeah, man. What else is going on? Yeah, no, I took in the draft, man. It was cool. I ended up meeting some of the guys from USOA downtown at McIntyre's. I met up with Aaron, Fidel, Chris, my brother Joe was there. Yeah, we took it in over there, and we had a good time, man. We linked up, had a good time, just laughed, and it was really no shocker for us. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Once you're that high up in the draft, it's the surprise element, unless it's somebody like completely from out left field, right?
Yeah.
But usually the surprise element's usually gone before the draft starts.
Yeah. All right, man. Switching from NBA over to MLB, how's everything going with the Yankees, bro?
Well, they're playing the A's, so they're coming out of their slump a little bit. But it was like they won yesterday by 3.
Yeah.
They're playing right now. It's the top of the 5th. A's are up 1-0.
I gotcha.
They're still sort of slumping, but they got they're in the minor league. They got these 2 guys, man, and if we can make it work, I want us to do something. We'll make it sound funny, sound cool or whatever, right? Ding, I think it's ready, right? But I'd like for us to start mentioning some. Sorry, bro, your ice hat threw me off, bro.
Oh yeah, that was from the product release. Yeah.
But man, we like have like a little a bit here where we do like ding, I think it's ready or something, right? Where we talk about like prospects from around the league, because for the diehards, either for the sport itself or card collectors, that's what you want to find, right? Is these prospects that no one really knows much about, right? Like imagine like getting like a Shohei Ohtani like rookie card before you knew anything about him, right? Or before he became what he became. You know what I'm saying? Man, and the Yankees got these 2 kids, George Lombard Jr. and Spencer Jones, and these guys are killing it. I think I shared a clip of George Lombard Jr. the day. He had like a Jeter throw. You can't even call it Jeter-esque throw. It looked like him. One of those like where he's like it was a base hit between second and third, and he starts running towards it and does that one hop and on that jump throw. Oh, it was beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, You know, I think the Yankees got like a half game, 1 game lead over the Rays. So
Yeah.
we'll
I'm a
see.
li- I'm a little upset right now when it comes to the MLB. That's just simply because the Padres are visiting Cincinnati. So yeah, if I was still
Uh,
in Cincinnati, I could be enjoying the game over there. But that's okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
There's plenty of other times.
yeah. Speaking of Cincinnati, there was a you know, so I got some nice cards listed right now, and
Hmm.
there's this guy I saw on Reddit that's uh, he listed for trade a whole bunch of cards, right? And a lot of times, guys will put like cards, you know, like inserts or parallels.
Hmm.
This guy had like a Ellie De La Cruz Topps Chrome Ultraviolet numbered to 50,
Oh yeah.
and he was with like a whole bunch of other like nasty cards. That was just a first page one, man. And um, I thought about making him an offer for like a trade offer for that. You know, it's just a little bit old school. I'm just I've never done that before, so I wasn't comfortable like even like taking that next step. You know, as far as like offering and saying, hey,
Yeah.
let's do this. But
Hey, speaking of Ellie De La Cruz, this is from the Topps X account.
uh,
This came out today.
that's disgusting.
Yeah, on field cap out of 5. Man,
Mm, mm, mm.
that's just yeah, that's sick, sick, sick. And then I
Yeah.
wanted to also show this. Sid actually was asking about this, and look, the
Oh, that's one
the
of
Pope
one
Leo,
super fright.
the
That
the
can't be
Pope
real.
1 of 1 super fractor came out.
Yeah, and it came back a 9. Come on,
That's right.
how you gonna get that pup a 9, bro?
We talked about
Uh,
this.
I bet whoever graded it must be like a freaking, Twins or Guardian or Royals fan or something.
Wasn't he rocking like a baseball hat, like because
He's
he's a
he's
what?
that's what I'm saying. He's a Sox fan.
He's a Sox fan. There you go.
He's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
White Sox fan.
yeah.
Big like
I-
big time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about fan. I'm talking about like fan. Yeah, I heard he's like fanatics type fan. Yeah, like this might be cheating if the Sox start doing good or stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that.
know, there's a I saw a YouTube short where they were doing like top 5 first pitches,
Hmm.
like celebrities or other people, and it was like a Mike Tyson, Simone Biles because she did that flip.
Hmm.
Um, there's some other memorable ones I just can't remember, but one of them was a nun from
Yes.
Chicago who's a White Sox fan.
Is that the
Yo,
one where
she's
she does
sweet.
the off of the arm,
I don't
the
think so.
pre-pitch? Oh, okay, that's a different one.
It might have been, but I mean, she was out there, suited up, and I mean, she threw. I
She,
that it must have been like 50, 60 miles an hour, bro.
she's throwing some heat. I, you know what? I think I know who you're talking about. And I think she actually does go out there and throw throws
Yeah, I'm
first
sure that
pitch.
wasn't her first time. Yeah,
Yeah, like, and I think there was one where she actually like bounced, did like a bicep bounce off of, you know what I mean, the ball, and like got it, and then just fired it home, and everybody was like, "My goodness, it was like a hell of a flex, man." Hey, you know what? Speaking of baseball, man, keeping it with the hobby. I know I always say if y'all ever have any questions about the hobby, feel free to reach out to Anthony and myself. You can DM us. Go ahead and leave your questions in the comment or whatnot, and we'll get back to you. I was actually just thinking about that earlier. Some of my favorite ones, the questions that I get is simply just because it's a little bit more challenging. I love when some people reach out. They'll simply just show me a baseball with an autograph, and they'll be like, "Hey, can you tell me who this is?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" But I've actually, you know, actually have successfully found out a couple of them. You know what I mean? And
hmm
it's a
hmm
little bit of a challenge. Takes a little bit of time, but
yeah.
I have caught a couple. Maybe that's why somebody people kept sharing with one.
Mhm.
There was actually one where the guy, I can't remember his name, but he ended up being like a baseball broadcaster, like in the New England area or something like that. And I saw that he had an X account. You know what I mean? So I thought it was him, and I actually just like tagged him in the photo, and I was like, "Hey, is this you?" You know what I mean? Just like that. And I wanted to confirm. And dude, he actually responded, and he was like, "Yeah, that's me." And I was like,
That's
"Dude,
all.
that was cool." So I was able to, that person that was asking, I was like, "Hey, you know what? There it is, verified." By him, the man himself. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, and they were just like, "Hey, my work here is done." He just took off. But yeah, man, uh,
But you,
Anthony and I, we love those little challenges and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, yes. Not necessarily shifting lane. It's still in the same area. Um, just from conversations that I've seen online, in regards to, you ever see somebody sell a card and it was purchased by the player themselves?
Mhm.
That's pretty cool, and because it's pretty cool, um, a lot of sellers will give it will like refund them,
Yeah, I've seen that. Some
right?
people do that.
In the hopes of like I'm sure that it's in the hopes of getting something in return,
Yeah.
right? And there's other people that are like, you people are stupid, right? Why would you give a millionaire a discount,
Yeah.
right, on like a 50, $100 card, right? They're not gonna get offended if you don't. I'm sure that you want to. It happens all the time, right? Like celebrities that go down, sit down at dinner, and the manager, the owner, were like, "Hey, it's on us. Thank you for visiting us."
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I get, right. So that next time they come back, they come back and say, "Yeah, maybe that's part of it too." By the seller is that if they see another card of theirs, but I mean, how often is that going to happen? How often is that player going to come back, look, and you're going to have that card that they're looking for?
Yeah.
I just say, hey, thanks, man. It was an honor for, selling you back your card or selling you your card. It's pretty cool. Have a good day. Thanks for the purchase. And then probably leave it at that is probably the best way to go about it, I think.
It kind of goes a little bit with that thing. Remember, I think we had this conversation before. I don't know if we had it like on the show and stuff like that, but it goes to like the what would you do if you caught like a home run ball from like somebody who that's their first home run ever, because you know that they want that ball. It means
Yeah.
something to them. And as a collector and as a baseball fan, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm simply be like, you know what? Let's say I caught the ball. I'll be like, you know what? Okay. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let him know, but I'm going to do everything I can to, he's going to get that ball. You know what I mean? He's going to get that ball. However, you know what I mean? I'm going to want some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like
That's yeah.
Master Josh is in here. Yo, what's up, Master Josh? But I'm gonna want you know, maybe an autographed bat, maybe an
Yeah.
autographed jersey, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like make it interesting, But yeah,
Yeah. I'm sure that there's a fine line between, doing the right thing and being greedy. Right?
yeah,
Because I'm sure some people are just like, no, I'm holding on to it until I get as much as I can.
yeah, yeah. I would
Um,
get like something.
but I mean, Major League Baseball, those guys know what to do. You
Yeah,
got,
and I've never seen one where they don't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Now, if I caught the ball, and like I said, I know myself at the end of the day, I would give up the ball. You know what I mean?
Now
But
you
like,
do
but
you
but like if he doesn't give me anything, you know what I mean? Like I'm walking away mad, but I'm turning around and I'm firing that baseball at him. Like, here, take your dang ball. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
I mean, I think it'd be understandable for the fan to be like, what am I getting?
yeah. Or you know what? Just simply say, let's make a trade. You know what I mean? There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just hey, I got your ball. Let's make a trade.
Yeah. Give me that Schemes 1 of 1 MLB debut.
We don't ask for much here at Grading the Market. It's our favorite saying. We never ask for much here at Grading the Market. That's our favorite saying here, baby.
You see the video of the kid that was he's there with his dad, maybe some uncles, and he's sitting like along a foul line, and he gets a foul ball, right? And at first glance, he turns around. There's like three attractive ladies sitting behind them, right? And he grabs the ball, and this kid's like 10, maybe 11 at most, right? He gets the ball, and I'm like, almost like without skipping a beat, turns around and like gives the ball to one of the ladies behind him, and these girls start blushing. Oh my God, like what a cute gesture. He's such a player. Blah, blah, blah. Well, they go back and they show the video. He already had one that he brought home from home with him.
Yeah.
Had his stash, had it ready. I don't know if he already had it ready in the glove.
It was in his glove.
But like he was so slick with it. And so he kept the one like from the game and then gave the girls like this ball that he brought from home. I was like, that dude is.
And it's funny too, because if you go back, like I've seen that video. I know exactly what you're talking about. And what makes it more funny is like the broadcasters, they go back and they like put him on blast. They're like, instant replay, slow-mo, and they're like, check this kid out. He kept the gamer. The gamer's in his glove. Like they called him out like hardcore. And they show, because like Anthony says, if you've seen that video, number one, it is this cool video. And if you don't know what you're looking for, it's really easy to miss it. You know what I mean? And it goes, he does it like real quick, he just turns around. And it really does look like he's giving her the baseball, and the girls, oh my goodness, thank you, whatever, this and that. But man, they put this kid on blast. They got it on slow motion and whatnot. And yeah, you can see he keeps the gamer in his glove, and man, it's pretty cool.
Here.
Did you find it?
Yeah. How do I share? Here we go. Present.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cool video, man. Yeah, he keeps a gamer, and he keeps the gamer, but he does look. It's a sweet. It's a really, really sweet. How do you say? A switcheroo, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Hey, but
I'm sharing.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry about it, man. Hey, but moving on. So what's anything going on in the football world, bro?
No, I think everybody's just getting ready for the season, and that includes fantasy football. I mean, OTAs are over. Nothing's really changed. Those guys are just prepping for the off season to begin. As far as hopes, as far as what to expect, I think everyone's just sort of, I think expectations have sort of been set. They're not. I don't think they're too high. I think it's just everybody likes what they see now. We're gonna let it cook for a little bit, and then when the season starts, we'll see how good it is.
There you go. That's good, man. Hey, so once again, thank y'all for joining us this Saturday. We're gonna go ahead and, or for this episode, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. Like I said, not too much going on. It's more Anthony and I. We just wanted to hang out with y'all on our usual slot, say what's up, have a wonderful Saturday. Anthony got this.
You got it.
Anthony got the video for y'all of the kid.
Here it is.
The gamer. Bam.
Bam. Bam.
Here you go, lady. All for you.
Oh my God.
What do they call it?
The
The gamers in the glove. Hey, once again, man, make sure you give Anthony a follow at Giant Dad 21. I'm Jacob Eric C. Anthony, you got anything to close us out with?
No, man, just enjoy the rest of your weekend. Like always, be safe. Have fun with the hobby. And that's it.
Yep.
Have fun with your family, your loved ones. Take care of them.
There you go. Y'all have a good weekend, everybody. Peace.
All right, guys.